Okay, trying to figure out which one is your laptop.
It's coming. It's not on yet.
Hey, Rita.
It had to do an update, so now it's thinking for a second. And I purposely turned it on at home so it would do its update there.
Rita, were you able to turn on your microphone yourself?
Just now? Yeah.
Huh. This might not be working the way I imagined. Okay, we'll be good.
Question, Becky, did you put on co-hosts on the meeting detail, or are you making us co-host in a meeting?
Oh, here we go. All right.
That may have a
April, can you unmute yourself?
no.
Okay.
All right, my computer's coming up now. Sorry about this, guys.
I've been having trouble with connection here, but it seems okay right now.
Okay.
The wind just shifted. This is blowing out of the northeast. It's cold all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was driving in Amherst at noontime, and it was it dipped to 61 down there. It's 58 here in Shutesbury.
Oh my
It was
God.
the cloud cover is really thick and such. So
I'm just down the road from you, April.
I know, or up the road. You're
Up the
you're that way? You're
In P-Town.
Yes, you're east of me. No, north of that direction.
Whatever.
well, the map's behind your head, April. You can give us the geography.
Yeah, that's right. North. I'm north. There you go.
It's been hot here all day. I got warm enough to at least dunk in the ocean.
Did you?
But something's coming. You can tell. I love it.
Yeah, so I've been watching the line of it's just showers here. It's rainy, cloudy now. It's been that way since noontime, really.
Well,
And it rained there.
We're sending it forth.
I know. No, I was looking. It's
Slowly.
I think we're going to get some of it. Right now, we're just getting the wind. It's just shifted. So it was southwest all day. Now it's northeast. And there's just fog. And you're right on the water in P-Town
Yeah,
on the bay.
on the bay.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Linda, are you meeting host?
Oh, good. And here we go. My screen's now popping up. Sorry about this. Oh,
Good to see you, Eric.
Can you unmute yourself, Eric? Oh, shoot.
It's nice to see Sergeant Burgess.
Now, can you unmute yourself, Eric?
Yes, I think. Am I unmuted?
I can hear you.
Yes, Eric, you're unmuted.
That's a good sign.
You almost lost Melissa. Where did you go?
No, I'm waiting for my computer to pop up. Look, there we go. Hang on one second.
We're waiting for the laptop.
Okay.
Because my husband and I have two different things that go on Tuesday nights, and so he gets the the new technology.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah, I sacrifice a little bit. It's just easier if he has the newer technology. He's not in the computer all the time, so navigating this old thing it wears on the patience, I will admit.
Kristen,
You unmuted me.
okay.
I can hear her. Unfortunately, I don't have gallery view with my computer, with my phone, so I apologize. That's my camera is my phone, and my old laptop is the.
Okay.
Right, I think we can call, well, hold on, maybe if it goes in 2 seconds, I'll do it this way. I'm gonna disappear from screen, but I can still hear and see everyone. Just need to go and find. That's it.
April, where are you? Down the Cape?
Yep. They
Alright.
sent me down here.
Yeah.
Sent you?
It seems to be the Shutesbury place to go.
Yeah, we've been
Oh.
down, we rented a little cottage right on the ocean in Wellfleet for a couple of weeks, and we'll be home on Friday. We left after town meeting. I didn't even look back. Sorry.
Town meeting was a good day. I mean, it was, the weather held up for us.
Yeah, it did.
It didn't
It
pour
was nice. Yeah.
rain like today.
Okay.
Cup of tea while we're waiting. Anybody else want one?
I did, yes.
Oh, all right. Yeah, okay.
A virtual cup of tea. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Join. Join. Okay, let's see. Join a meeting. Eric, are you at home?
I am at home.
Okay. I can't see anyone at the moment.
I just got home from Pennsylvania
Oh,
while
wow.
ago.
Wow.
a little while ago.
And you don't
All
have,
right.
yeah, anyway.
Well, while this is deciding to pop up here, of course, now I go to it.
I have a question. Can't we use CARES Act money to buy a laptop for select board members to use for meetings?
That's a very good question you ask.
I have lots of good questions, Melissa.
And they always,
Limit me to one. Becky's gonna kill me.
Sorry. I think Becky's gonna start doing that to me too. That's a good question. Normally it's not a problem. It's just with this
Okay.
COVID thing. Yeah. Otherwise, I think once my husband goes back to me, having in-person time with the group that he does on, on Zoom, then I think, or they do Google Meet, but. Oh, look, we're connecting, Becky. You're gonna see my laptop pop in.
oh, I see it, I see it. Okay, now we can get you co-hosted. And
Okay,
so I
I'm
shouldn't have
open.
done the other, maybe I didn't. Okay, there's the laptop.
You see it? Ooh,
There we go.
okay, laptop is now co-host. I see that. And I'm gonna pull it over here. Oh, it's still thinking. All right, well, we can start a meeting. I think we can call ourselves to order. It'll pop up probably halfway through this. So shall we call ourselves to order?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. And Becky, is there anything Rita or April that you'd like to rearrange on the agenda? Becky, go ahead. I can see you.
I just like to add in, sorry, I just like to add in, Mary Ann has a letter of intent to present, so maybe that could go after public comment.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. And thank you, Marianne, for the wonderfully beautiful folder it's in. I was hoping we would have a fun event. So, okay, well, since we, let's open it up to public comment. Right now, I don't see anyone. My screen is still frozen. April or Rita, if you could help me call on people, that would be helpful. Does anyone have public comment that is not part of a further agenda item down on our agenda?
Doesn't look like it.
No?
I'm not seeing anybody,
I
no.
don't see
Okay.
anybody either.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on then. We are in the process. This next item is to appoint our annual appointment. Linda graciously sent us the list. Thank you, Linda.
We're gonna do the library.
But we're
We're
gonna
gonna
do the
go do the
library.
library.
Oh, I'm sorry. Marianne, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you
Go
want
ahead.
to?
Yes, after public comment, I was moving.
All
I
right.
agree. I was gonna move on, but go ahead.
Okay.
I have it right here.
All right, so good. Alrighty, so that is the original copy of the letter of intent for the small library pilot, small library construction program pilot program. And it's due June 30th, but you're meeting tonight and I was finished. So I'm just submitting that. So the select board chair or the town administrator, it's appropriate, is supposed to sign it.
Okay.
Because it's the town that would be applying for the grant.
Okay.
I read it and it looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I-
did too. It does look great.
yes. So shall
Thank
I
you
move,
for preparing it.
should I move to have the select board chair sign the library's letter of intent for a library grant through small town libraries?
I will second that.
Okay. Any further questions or discussion? Okay. All in
Yay.
favor?
Carol, I.
Fine, aye.
Make peace O'Neill, aye. And I'm going to sign it right now so that it is not forgotten.
Thank you very much.
You're
So then
welcome.
Becky, I'll come pick it up tomorrow and send it on its way. Okay, great. All right, thank you. Melissa, if you want to keep that folder, if you have another one. that
Oh,
you-
no, but if you want to send us anything else in this folder, please feel free. It makes one smile. And I'm like, oh, this will be a great event. And I opened it up and it was a little different.
Okay.
Oh, good.
It's great. Thank you, Marianne, for the smile and the laugh.
Thank you.
Linda
You have
has
a
a
question, Linda?
Yeah,
Okay.
Linda?
did I totally miss it, but did you roll call and I missed it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I was busy typing and thanks.
we eyed it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, April. And then
So much. Okay. I'm gonna leave. You all know where to find me.
Okay, thank you, Marianne.
Thank you so much for everything. Okay, have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we can move on to the annual appointments. Linda had sent us a wonderful list. And do we have any questions ahead of time, or are we ready to make a motion on the appointment list?
Well, I did have a question because I had contacted Paul Lyons to see about being appointed to one of the vacancies on the personnel board. And I have an email saying that that would be lovely. So I guess my name should be on that appointment list. Is that?
Correct? Or can you, or is?
We will make that change. I mean, add you on. If you've got your letter back
I did.
from Paul, great.
Okay,
He usually forwards those to me, but I haven't received it yet.
Oh, okay, I'll forward it to you.
Okay. And
do you want to just go through and see if you have any other questions?
Sure.
Yeah.
I
Can
know,
you run? I can't seem to find that list and I didn't look at it today. I know I looked
I
at it
can-
before.
do you want me to forward it to you?
Yeah, if you could. I
And-
just wanted,
I-
I was most concerned about the Community Preservation Committee.
I think there's one, Margie did not get reappointed.
Okay,
I think it
that
was
that's what I
was
wanted.
the concern there because there was no feedback from her
Yeah.
for quite a while.
Okay.
I
And
also
Miriam
see,
had a question.
yeah, Miriam seems to have, yes.
Okay, 1 second, I think we're, okay. Okay.
So I just wanted to know, did you get a list for the Concom?
We
a little
have the people
concerned.
who have resigned. We have no new members.
Okay, and you got what you needed for the Historical Commission?
Uh,
I think the only changes there, it happened earlier in the year. I think John Walter was no longer on, and
Well, Karen Zarwanko is up for renewal this year. Her appointment was ending, and I believe she wishes to be reappointed.
Okay, that was, this is Linda, and that was the one remaining question, because the two people whose terms were expiring on the Historical Commission were Henry Geddes, who confirmed that he'd like to be reappointed, and he was going to check with Karen, so that's helpful to know that Karen wishes to
Well,
be.
he's still on the list.
I don't want to jump the gun because Henry was supposed to contact her because, you know, I have that, I'm not the person who should be figuring that out. It should have been him. So I think we don't absolutely know with Karen.
Okay,
I'm assuming she wants to be on it.
Okay, so she's still on the list that will be voted.
Okay. All right, great.
Okay, so scrolling down, is there anything else that pops out to?
Did you get the email, Rita?
You know, I don't, for some reason, it isn't showing up. Can you just run through the list? Do you mind doing that? I
We
apologize.
can put it on the
We
board.
can- Yeah, can
Oh,
you share
right.
your screen?
That would be
Becky?
great. Yeah.
Do you want me to try to do it?
yeah,
Yeah.
we resent the new list yesterday, just yesterday.
You know, for some, I don't know what.
Rita's
the problem
away,
is.
so
I'm away and I can't, right now, I can't open up my Shutesbury email.
Oh, okay, got it, sorry.
Okay,
I'm hoping this is, can you all see this?
yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the top.
Uh,
At least I think I am. I'm moving to the top very slowly.
If anyone is having a hard time seeing it as an option, it does allow you at the top of your own screen to increase what you see on Becky's.
Yeah.
In the options up at the top, it'll allow you to increase the screen if you're having trouble. Just as a sending that out there to anyone who might have that trouble.
Did I open the right one?
Yes. I
Yes,
think
okay.
so,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it worked today.
We do need to remove the assistant town clerk.
okay, thank you.
That was just to confirm.
It looks like there's another one below it for the contact tracer.
Yeah. She stopped. In the end, our numbers dropped, so she did not have any additional work. Okay. There was a correction in capital.
One second, Mary.
And Linus is, okay. Linus is good to go. He's still on the cemetery committee.
Oh, okay, so keep him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so there's no historical representative to the CPC.
I think, Miriam, is that what you want to talk about? You can unmute Miriam.
You just gave us a name, Miriam. She needs to be unmuted.
Yeah, Becky, my laptop,
Okay.
can you make that a co-host?
I think Azelle is gonna be.
Azelle is supposed to be our appointee to the CPA.
Okay.
Oh, she is?
Yes,
Okay.
and my understanding is that there was some question about who approves the appointments. Does the select board or does the historical commission? My understanding is that the statute empowers the historical commission to select the representative, not the select board. So
We changed the bylaw at last year's town
you
meeting.
did,
So
okay.
it is the select board kind of.
The other question I had was, there's a water resources committee
Mhm.
And I noticed that there's a representative for the Concom that isn't on the Concom.
They have not been meeting regularly, I think, for the last year or so.
So I'm just wondering whether that person should be removed and we should come up with our own representative.
Well, he was asked to do it when no one on the Concom would do it.
Okay.
If you have someone at this point. But like April said, they did not meet for about the last 2 years.
Well, we haven't had a chance to discuss it. And we've got, we're trying to fill 2 positions and it may be that we would have somebody interested. So I think, it would be great to have a active Concom commissioner on it.
Mhm.
But so I'm just wondering how you want to handle that.
Linda's got her hand up. Maybe she's got some
Yes,
input.
I would just like to ask if we could proceed, Miriam, if you wouldn't mind, if we could proceed in order,
Yeah,
that
sure.
way, we can just go through and not have to go back and forth, if that would be okay.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, where were we? Cemetery, we just had the, any other things on the Community Preservation Committee? No? Okay.
Okay, so I just wanted to be clear. I was thinking it was Paul Lyons, the CPC, it's Linda.
Me, yes.
Yeah, and you
Yep.
were appointed by the conservation last year.
I have been serving
Or
in
here.
lieu of a conservation commissioner being willing to commit to serving on the CPC. So, that's at any point in time when someone else is interested in serving, then that's fine. There was just no one willing, so I've been doing that for a number of years.
Okay, so we've got the chair of the Conservation Commission and Miriam, you're asking that Linda step down until you find someone else?
She's muted.
She's muted. Becky, can you make my laptop a co-host so I can?
You are a co-host. And Miriam
Ah.
should be able to speak.
Okay, I'm unmuted. No, I don't want to suggest that until the commission has made a decision about how they want to proceed.
All right, so we'll leave it as it is for
I think
now.
we can leave it as is, but I'm just want to kind of put a Post-it note that if a commissioner wants to be in one of these roles, that maybe we could revisit this. Sounds like Linda's okay with that.
Yeah.
Fine, it's fine. Linda's so knowledgeable. It's great that she's on it. I think we just need to make sure that there's some communication about and feedback back to the commission.
Okay, so we're moving on now.
Okay. All right. Now then we've gone down to the constables here and then Conservation Commission. Right, good. Everybody good there? Council on Aging.
Can you
Cultural-
move the screen over to the right? I can't see the left-hand corner of what's being scrolled down. That's better. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Then there's the Cultural Council. Custodian, Eastern Franklin County Health District Rep, Electrical Inspector, E911 Coordinator, Emergency Management Team.
I had a question there.
Yeah.
Is there someone else who's the Board of Health representative?
Good question.
Yes, Noreen has been, but it's about to, so we can put Noreen in here.
Okay, thank you.
But there's going to be changes in the Board of Health shortly. I think they're going to have a new chair, sure. And then this would change again.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is a living document throughout the year.
I think we also need to put Eric Stocker as the select board rep.
Yep.
Sorry, Eric.
I thought you liked me, April.
Oh, you'll like the emergency management, Eric. It's enjoyable.
It is. Oh my God. Remember that last meeting right before the pandemic?
Yeah, right.
Why are you telling me this?
At a workshop about pandemics, we all went to FERCog to a meeting. And 3 months later, we got a real live one.
We had a pandemic, yeah.
Well, there you go.
That was creepy.
That was a little creepy. And then I see the Elliott Park Committee. Becky, can you put a space between here? Thank you. Energy Committee.
I had heard Eric wanted to appoint Graham to that, and he's been asking all kinds of questions. Does the board have any objection? He might.
He is Graham or he is Eric? Who's he in that sentence?
You talked about appointing him. Graham has been asking a lot of questions about the Energy
Okay.
Committee and reviving it.
Oh, cool. Very good.
Does the select board feel he might breathe some life into it, which we've been trying to do for a while?
That sounds good.
He's an electrical engineer. If anybody can breathe life into the Energy Committee, it's probably him.
Yep.
He'd be great.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
So,
to me.
so shouldn't that be 2022? No, wait a minute.
No, we'll change them all when we do once this is all approved, we'll fix it
Okay.
all up and put
Okay.
2022 where there's 2021s, etc.
That's why it's in red.
I get it.
Or blue, or
Oh, it is, yeah, I can see it's barely noticeable in red, but yeah, I can see it. How about the Farm and Forest Commission? That looks like it's all set.
except for Becky.
Huh?
Except for Becky. Your
Except
term
for
is up.
Yeah. Becky, did you tell anyone you'd like to be reappointed?
Did I get a letter, Linda?
No, you didn't. I missed emailing you, Becky. I'm so sorry. Becky, would you like to
That
you
would be
serve?
fine. The market is in its fourth week now, so that'd be great.
Okay, so we can do that. Finance Committee, those are appointed by the moderator, so I'm assuming those are the ones that are correct there.
Well, we haven't heard from
Well, you don't
Paul,
appoint those
yeah.
anyway, so.
so
And then I see the fire department has got some adjustments there.
And we did confirm with Walter. He said we had it right.
Could you make a space with the Franklin County? Yeah, thank you. So that's Becky, that's all set. You still want to remain there too?
Sure.
I see that it's up. Okay. Did anybody talk to Jeff about that? Jeff Lacy?
no, generally the 1-year terms,
Roll over. Okay.
yeah, they roll over unless someone's indicated.
Yeah, and Jeff asked to be there, so. Nancy, I'm not sure if she's been active. Maybe we should have reappoint her, and then I haven't gotten it. She didn't decline either, so we'll keep her there until she says no,
Okay,
since nobody else has been doing it.
And then the Franklin County Regional Council of Governments, I see April as the alternative there.
Yeah.
So she's gone.
Okay, well, we need another alternative.
I could do that.
You good? Okay, thank you, Rita. I think they meet during the day, so that precludes me from volunteering for that.
I think their meetings start at 4.
Okay.
Um,
But Ellen's doing it. It's just the alternate. I'm
Yeah,
just-
it's when she gets back to all her traveling.
Yep.
Could happen again this year.
Right.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The Transit Authority Advisory.
If anyone
Select board.
else would like to do it, it's all yours.
And we've voted Becky so many years to be our representative. No volunteers. Okay. The gate and dam keeper looks fine. Becky, is Howie listed on the EMT too? He's usually part of the emergency
I
management.
think he
team.
is.
Yes,
I'll
okay,
go back
I
and
didn't
look.
catch it up above, but that's fine.
I'll check.
He isn't.
Uh-oh.
Should we
He's-
add that? Add that?
Yeah, he's part of that group. Or he comes to some of the meetings anyway. But I think he's part of that group because of the dam and emergency related.
Well, you know, he's never been,
But maybe he's not an official member. That's a good
Right.
question.
no, well, let's hold on that and we'll
Okay.
follow up and
With
check
Walter?
the bylaw and check with Walter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, because he might not want to come to all those meetings. I don't know.
Hampshire County Group Insurance Trust, Shutesbury representative. Those are usually the same too.
Yeah, the treasurer, I'm gonna put in treasurer because that's why. He's on it. He's our main person handling benefits.
Okay. And then the Historical Commission, I think, oh, Miriam's still there. We just talked about Karen. So,
I think that's
everything
good
else.
to go.
Okay. Highway Department looks good.
Yep.
Lake Oil Advisory. This is
Oh.
another one that has April.
Yes, delete.
Do we have a new select board representative at this time?
I can do that if I did it. I've done it before.
It's a nice group of people.
Just don't let April say yes to everything they ask for.
Miriam's got her hand up. I think we've gone a little past, but go ahead, Miriam, go ahead.
Mary David is representing the Conservation Commission on that committee now.
Oh,
Ella?
good.
What?
Yeah, nice.
She lives down by the lake, so she's willing to jump into that.
Is somebody trying to get out? Banging.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's still a little big. Okay, great. Thank you, Miriam.
Okay, and then Becky, can you make a space with the Lake Wildlife Dam Management Committee?
Well, this is actually the same.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why there's no break.
Oh, all right. Well, then if it's the same, then that's fine. There doesn't need to be a break, I guess. Land use clerk is vacant at the moment. Unless Linda would like to be part of that again. But for now, there's no one there. And library looks okay.
Yep.
Memorial committee looks okay. Municipal light plant manager. There's a question there, Becky.
Yeah, I did email Gail just to ask her if they had already appointed her. I think we can take out the question mark and just assume they will. I did do a reminder, but I know I was there the last time they appointed her. So I'm sure they won't forget.
Okay, and I see the newsletter. I see the Native American Working Group is crossed off, so I think that was done.
It's been sitting there since 2017, so it never came together.
Newsletter committee, Janice and Linda. Open space. Looks okay. Personnel board.
Oh, yeah, you can add me on.
On the personnel board, yeah. Which do you want? Oh, whose
Yep.
spot you're? I guess it doesn't matter really whose spot you're taking. It's 3 years,
No.
right? So
Yeah,
okay, let's add April. That's still April's calendar.
Okay.
So,
Sounds like a
um,
good plan.
excuse me, so, there's two terms, so would, April take Anna's term,
Which is,
which would be, you know, a 3-year term, whereas Ralph's has got 1 year left on it.
oh. Why don't I take, I'll take Anna's, I'll take Anna's.
2023 then?
Yeah,
Yep. No, no, it would be,
24.
2024,
oh,
because 2021 plus 3 is 2024.
that's right.
There's a question, Melissa, from Mary Lou.
Oh, Mary Lou. Thank you. Mary Lou, go ahead.
She's muted. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I don't, for some reason, I'm not able to do it on my,
Here we go.
okay.
Am I being heard?
Yes.
Mhm.
Hi. Okay, so this is Mary Lou Conca. I have a question about the Native American study group that y'all were just talking about. Could it be put on your agenda for consideration to reactivate it? I mean, that'd be really awesome.
Becky, can we think about putting it on a future agenda?
I think,
Okay.
for
About-
what purpose? What
Yeah.
had originally been talked about has been totally disbanded. So, there's nobody that, you know, um, if the select board wants to reconsider this 4-year-old defunct, thing that never happened, they're welcome to do that.
Okay.
But,
Okay,
there's.
am I still able, do I still have the floor? The group never got up and running, Becky. It
Correct,
wasn't, yes, it wasn't defunct. It never got up and running. It got closed by the select board. And so what I'm proposing this evening, for the purpose of studying the Native American stone prayers that, you know, I'm pretty sure if you've lived here for a few years, you're aware of their abundance throughout the woods. So this is what is driving me to ask the select board to reconsider this Native American working group. It was set up to a place where people put their application, their interest, and then the group was never selected. We all
So
went in
Can
front
I
of
can I
the,
just intervene
yes,
here?
Go ahead,
We're-
Rita.
We're
yes,
talking
Rita.
about, yeah, we're talking about appointments to town committees. So what I would suggest, Melissa, is that maybe Mary Lou could submit something to us in writing and we could finish this piece of business.
Yeah,
Um,
and I was just on the same spot, Rita, that maybe we should put together some information and see.
Because I don't know anything about it, Mary Lou, nor does.
Yeah.
And nothing ever happened, so
Yeah,
there
yeah.
isn't much, there's no history to it either.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, yeah.
Rita, I will send you an email, Rita. I
Well,
actually
send it to the
have it
board.
from the
Yeah, if you could-
newsletter. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, if you could just
you.
send it to the select board, that would be great. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Rita. So we'll move on with the appointment list. Personnel board, we looked at the plumber, gas inspector. Same person. Police department, that has all the new updates with everyone, right?
Yep.
Okay. Policing and Shutesbury Study Group, that's the new group. Public Engagement Committee.
And I just wanted to review, Tyler Alves is, has taken he's in the process of getting another job, so that's why he's no longer on the appointment list
Thank you.
for the police department.
Thank you. Recreation Committee. Solid Waste Committee. Need a little bit more there. Thank you, Becky. Regional District Committee. Register of Voters is there.
Yeah, and Grace did ask that Mark Wachewski be reappointed.
Broadband Committee.
I'm gonna resign. I will be off of that committee.
Do you want us to take you off now, Eric?
Yeah, there's no other meetings. I'm gonna resign. I just haven't written a letter yet, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Kent Whitley's also gonna resign, but I would obviously check with him, but I think he's gonna, and I know Ayers Hall also, actually, come to think of it, is moving out of town. So I think Ayers Hall and Kent Whitney are also gonna resign.
We
But I
had
would
taken
just-
Kent off of the ML, we took him off last time, he said, when he went off the MLP, but he wanted to stay on the broadband committee at that point. So we really do need letters from them.
Okay,
Ayers has been gonna move for about 3 years now.
yeah,
So,
I think he's actually moving now. Anyway, so someone should talk to Gail, I guess, and say ask her what she knows, or get her to
Linda
get
did
them right letters.
Gail-
I can reach out to Gail.
And I
I-
did send a letter asking, I emailed her asking about her own appointment and as the manager and about the broadband committee members, but I didn't hear back.
Okay. Then we have the Shutesbury Elementary School Principal, Superintendent of Union 28, Tax Collector, Parking Clerk, Town Administrator, Town Committee, Buildings Committee, I'm sorry. Town Council, Town Support Person, Town Vexologist. Treasurer, can we, Assistant Treasurer, Tree Warden, Deputy Tree Wardens, Department of Interior.
So should we take Janice off because she's moved?
Yeah,
She's
maybe.
still on the Historical Commission, right?
Yeah, she's still on the Historical Commission. I was gonna ask that up there. I forgot to do it.
Yeah, she is. She's
Do we
finishing.
need- Sorry.
Yeah, is Miriam still here?
Yes.
Go ahead, Miriam.
I'm trying to find her. Sorry, one second. With a smaller screen, it's harder to find.
I understand.
Unmute. Okay, I'm here.
There you go.
It's a very awkward process here. Janice wants to remain on the commission.
You mean on the, yeah. And you can vote to allow that and have you voted to allow her to remain even though she's out of town.
Yes.
Good. Then you're in good shape.
Okay, so maybe we should check with her about the trail stewardship as well.
Hey, we need to find out if there's any activity at all with that
Right,
at this point in time.
right. I could try to find out.
That would be wonderful, Linda.
And Pioneer Valley Veterans District. Ted, we'll take Ted off.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
Veterans agent. Water Resource Committee, we need a select board member for here as well.
Do we have a volunteer?
I did it at one point.
How often does it meet? Do we know?
It hasn't met in about 2 years.
For you, Eric.
I think that's for me. I like that.
Remove April, insert Eric.
Okay, got it.
Web and Communication Committee.
Can we just go back to water resources?
Oh,
Because that's
sorry.
where Miriam had, made an observation earlier, which I think I understood that, you know, they would be seeing if someone from the Concom wanted to be the representative. So we'll-
Not, and there's still a vacancy as for community at large, so Paul could certainly switch that up.
Yeah.
If they meet again, and who knows, they might. They did some good work.
They do. So Web Committee and Web Communications Committee. Let's see, and Zoning Board of Appeals.
Yes, so I just have a little report here from.
Becky, can you scroll it up a little bit so we can see a little
I
bit?
was trying to get farther down and I can't seem
It
to.
might be the end.
Yeah, it is the end. I can't get any further down.
Okay, so on zoning board, you can see that, I don't know if you can see it, but that Andrew Berg isn't going to renew his term at this time. He may be able to come back in the future.
Mhm.
So Herb Gilmore has been serving as the alternate, and he's considering whether he is willing to be a full member. So that's up in the air. He is to get back to me. This has just happened in the last day. So so for right now, Herb will be reappointed as an alternate, but that may come back to you. But Chuck also asked me to tell you that he anticipates serving as chair for another year.
Mhm.
And then at that point would like to, he will continue to serve as either a full member or an alternate member for a year for, you know, for transition. So just, he wanted you all to know that, so that, you know, when we put out a, you know, that, so encouraging some, you know, new members. So, you know, anyway, I just wanted you to know that report.
He's been chair for many, many, many years.
26 years.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment.
So that's it. I just wanted you to know that.
Thank you. Okay. All right, I think that's it.
So there you have it.
We need a vote.
Yes.
Yeah, so we need a vote, and then maybe as amended, because we've now made some amendments.
Okay, I move that we vote the amended list of appointments to Shutesbury Town committees and office.
And I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Carol, I.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. Okay,
Nice.
all right. It's okay, I'm still here, Becky. I'm on my other screen.
Okay.
There we go, it's going back up. Okay, shall we move along to PAFs, approve our PAFs, personnel action forms. Becky, you sent us a spreadsheet. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
These are signed for Rita. I'm not sure if you have a basis, Eric. You probably don't quite yet, or you might because you've been on before. But these are the forms that have titles and for each individual employee of town.
Yeah, I remember those.
Okay. All right.
So you want a
Thank you.
motion, Melissa?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You want a motion
Yes, please.
to approve the PAFs as
Yeah.
presented on the spreadsheet?
Sure. That sounds great.
And I'll second that.
Okay. Any further questions or discussion? These are the ones that were voted at town meeting. No? Okay. All in favor?
Carol, I.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. All right, moving on to planning meeting with the personnel board to discuss the assessor staffing.
So we're having, the personnel board is meeting Thursday night to review the job descriptions and have further conversation with the assessors department. And we'd like to meet back with you on the 29th. The personnel board would like to meet back with you on the 29th, hopefully to make a recommendation of changes that will help keep the assessors department functioning with changing arrangement of hours for people and a little bit of responsibilities. So if you will accept meeting with the personnel board on the 29th, that'd be very helpful.
Okay.
I think so.
Good.
Yeah, you work them in our agenda maybe early on, Becky. So, or
Yeah,
or
that
how we, okay.
the sooner the better. 6:20.
All right. So then moving on to review of the police policies for approval. This is quite a document. So I think these are the policies that we have to approve by the 1st of July, correct, Becky? And I'll ask Kristen to give us a little bit of a rundown if she'd like.
Okay, hi, everybody. How are we doing?
Good.
The policies that I'm bringing forward to you this evening are actually policies that are mandated by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. It is going to be, we will be in compliance with the POST system that is implemented starting July 1 of this year. And I'm pleased to report that, excuse me, all of these policies are exactly in line with not only the way that I think we should be moving in policing, but in the way that a lot of people think we should be moving in policing. So very quickly, we updated the use of force policy. I think, Becky, if I'm correct, we tripled the size of the policy in depth of content. That is speaking now to defining chokehold as the use of a lateral vascular neck restraint, and that the chokehold should not be used. It is not, no officers are trained in the Commonwealth to use it, and therefore it shouldn't be used. We're defining de-escalation techniques, and we are working on making sure that the language in the policies is such that the officers know exactly what they are supposed to do and how they are supposed to de-escalate situations if they can. We mandated that officers are mandated reporters and have a duty to intervene. So if they see something that is against policy or against what they believe an officer should be doing, they do have a duty to intervene regardless of the officer on scene's command or otherwise. In other words, even if an officer sees that I do something wrong, they must intervene. We are also going to be having an anti-retaliation portion in those policies so that if someone does come through, there will be no retaliation. And we specifically added language to definitions. I believe there was a handful of definitions on the first one for use of force, and now we are specifically defining words so that there are little question. We also worked on our use of force reporting policy. That is also has the duty to intervene as in there as well. We updated the handling of juveniles because the law changed. So now criminal responsibility went from ages, from the age of 7 to the age of 12. Now a juvenile is considered 12 to 18 instead of 7 to 18 as far as criminal responsibility. The juvenile policies are ever changing as we learn more and understand more regarding juveniles. We're also adding the extreme risk prevention order. That was a law that was put into place in 2018, basically stating that if it is needed because there is a person who has an LTC or a gun license or a hunting license, and it is deemed that they are at extreme risk, that we have the ability to suspend or revoke that license regarding that. This is a law that was put in 2018. The next important one to just bring forward is 2.17. I'm pretty pleased with this one, actually. The policy used to be called bias crimes, and I have changed that now to bias-free policing, which is what it needs to be. I've specifically defined what bias-free policing means, and that we are going to have education yearly regarding what a bias is, and how we are to act appropriately in regards to that. There'll be more policies to come as POST is put into its position effective July 1. And we do have some more coming, and I will keep you updated on those. Once we vote on those, I've given you the language. I'm going to fix it up and make it look a little bit more presentable in the policy book itself, if you so vote to place these effective. And then they will be made available to the public as well on the Shutesbury Police website.
I think as I was going through it, I noticed that there was a section also on treating trauma for police, and that seemed very important.
Yes, I agree with you, April. I think it's extremely important, and it's needed. I think in the past, that is something that has been overlooked, and it just creates a domino effect.
Yep.
So the only question I had, Kristen, was really, there are a couple of typos, and I'll just send that.
Yes, thank you.
And it was really around the training, because this is a lot for officers. You know, a lot of information and a lot of skill development, I would assume.
Yes, it is.
So will that be kind of in-service training that's done? What will POST be doing? You know, who's going to do all the training?
Well, the MPTC has stepped up to the new policies that the Commonwealth is mandating that all police departments have, to include the ones that I have brought to you today. And so they are stepping up their training as well for us, provided to us, regarding our use of force and things of that nature. Something that happened over the past, month, I became an instructor for bias-free policing, and I have the ability to deliver that content to our officers. And that is an incredible opportunity that they have provided to me. They're paying for the licensure agreement for the next 2 years so that I'm able to give that to our officers. And we can do it on our time in a timely basis. So the MPTC is stepping up for education, providing all officers throughout the Commonwealth with their yearly certifications, and then making sure that we provide the knowledge in the departments, the head of the departments provide the knowledge, and that they fully understand the new policies. So POST will also make some more determinations coming out soon. We're told that things are going to start coming out, and requirements they have. We're lucky because the Massachusetts Police Training Commission is, every time something is mandated, they're stepping up to provide that training for us.
Good. That's great.
I too, Kristen had a couple of formatting things that I'll send you. So
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was a lot to do, and I was putting it into place in between answering calls. So I'm really grateful. Any help that I can get, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Are there any further questions? Do I hear a motion to accept the renewed reviewed policies for the police department?
So moved.
And I'll second that.
All right, any further questions or discussion? No? Okay, all in favor?
Farrell, I.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. Okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank
you're
you very
welcome.
much.
Thank you. A lot of work.
Yes,
That's a lot of work.
Yes.
yes. On top of everything, yes.
And more to come.
And
More
and more
and
to come.
more to come.
Okay, so I think we're now left with our minutes from, I believe these dates are correct, May 25th and the 8th.
So I'll
Okay.
move to accept the minutes from May 25th, 2021.
Okay,
Melissa.
I'll second that.
so for that, okay. Does anyone have any edits or such? I'm gonna take a moment to thank Linda and Becky for making such beautiful minutes and keeping us going. Thank you both.
Yes.
Okay, so hearing nothing, all those in favor?
Farrell, I.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. And June 8th.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes of June 8th as presented.
April, did you second that?
Yes, I'm seconding that. Yes.
All right. Any edits or discussion on these sets of minutes? No? Okay, all in favor?
Farrell, I.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. Okay. Becky, was there anything that wasn't anticipated by us
I
before we
just.
adjourn? Any
uh,
updates you
just
want us
one
to have?
Quick thing, it doesn't add up to much, but I did get an email back from DEP regarding the PFAS. I have to follow up. She just connected. She didn't really give me any information at this point, but at least she made contact and I will be reaching out to her tomorrow. She said that activity has started to happen in Shutesbury, but it was very, very vague. So I don't know what it was about.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Anything else we need to know?
Um,
No, our next meeting is next Tuesday. Oh, Linda, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to say that there are several thank you notes
Oh, yes, I have them right here.
in your, yes, okay, so, and so they have Tessa Dowling, whose resignation you already accepted, Andy Bergs, who you know about, and then, as you know, Liam Cregan decided not to renew his term and on the Conservation Commission, and Frank Centeno resigned from the Broadband Committee.
Okay, we will make sure we sign them. I'll sign them because I'm here in Shutesbury, but we'll leave them for April and
Yes.
Rita.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I don't think there's anything else. Go ahead.
No, I was just noticing there's some hands up and I don't know if we're
Oh, okay.
going to have more public discussion or
Would we
where we're at.
like to have where we are a little early ending our meeting, actually? Would we, April and Rita, do you feel comfortable with a little bit of public comment or I'm happy to do a little if we'd like to do a couple minutes, but it won't be very
Yeah,
long.
brief.
Yeah.
Brief? Okay. All right. Dawn, I do see your hand up. Would you like to make a brief comment? You need to, you're muted. Becky, can you unmute Dawn, please?
It should be okay.
Okay.
Can
Go
you
ahead,
hear
Don.
me? Okay. So my question actually is for Kristen. So it came to my attention this past week from a friend who's a fish and wildlife agent that 16 geese were shot at Lake Wyola the previous couple of weeks. Now, I understand that animal damage control and Fish and Game had issued or applied for an addling permit. And I was at the Concom meeting, but I was only acting as an advisor. I cautioned them that if they approved such a permit, that it was late in the season and it was unlikely that there were any eggs that could be addled. Apparently, whoever took it upon themselves to fire a shotgun on Lake Wyola did so during the day. How do I know about this? I work as a park ranger at Wendell State Forest, which is part of the complex for Wyola. They fired the gun on the lake, killing goslings in front of small children on the beach, the DCR beach, state beach. Now, I certainly can look the other way about addling. I don't appreciate it if there isn't like an overpopulation of geese on the lake, but in this case, firing a gun within 100 feet of an active eagle nest where there are 2 eagles nesting far goes beyond anything that the town issued or okayed a permit for. The Concom at the time was not made aware that that was an option, that they might remove these geese by such a method. I don't think they would have approved it. I don't know that. I'm not a voting member. But my question would be to Kristen, was she made aware that such an action was going to take place during the daylight hours?
Kristen, you can unmute. Oh,
I'm sorry, just a second. And I do want to mention that, yeah, I'll let Kristen speak to it first,
ahead.
but I'm also aware of what's going on.
I know you have follow-up, Becky. Go ahead, Kristen.
Hi, Don. How you doing? Thank you
Hi.
for bringing the question up. So I have spoken to some parties, other parties that brought some questions and concerns forward. And I was made aware that they were going to be out on the lake. I wasn't made fully aware of everything that was going to be happening. I understand your concern about what they were doing and the time of day they were doing it. I think we can do better. I think that better communication can happen in the future, and we can be more aware. I do know, though, that this has been happening for, Becky, if you'll remind me how many years, 4 years. That's what I thought. I didn't want to speak out of turn. But this has been happening for 4 years. And I understand your concerns about the fact that it can be alarming.
So was this a federal or a state agency that performed this?
Go ahead, Becky.
I was
Becky.
told it was a federal agency that had been licensed by DCR.
Okay.
And that is my knowledge as well.
My superiors were unaware of this and had not been informed.
Hey,
And
Don,
so-
Don, who are your superiors? Because I also spoke to some people in charge there with DCR. So who are your-
Did you speak to Steve? I forget his
Hubbard?
last name.
Steve
Yes.
Hubbard. I
Yes.
actually spoke to people above Steve Hubbard.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, then there's
But
no
I
further.
agree with you that better communication can happen in the future, and we'll work on that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
That
you,
was
Don.
all I had.
Thank you, Don. And I do see Mary Lou's hand again. Mary Lou, are you intending to speak at something different than prior? Or was that left over from before?
Hi, no, it's not left over. It's to
Okay.
address this. Do I understand, Officer Kristen, do I understand you, Kristen? For 40 years, they've been allowing geese to be shot in daylight hours in front of children?
No.
Because I find that very, very,
I'm sorry, who am I speaking to?
hi,
Mary
Kristen,
Lou.
it's Mary Lou.
Hi, Mary Lou. So 4 years
Oh, 4.
consecutively. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And
Okay.
now, and now I understand the alarming nature of the time that it happened and who possibly was present. And this, I believe, and I apologize, I don't think I was here last year when this took place, so I'm not sure the effects of it from last year. But to my knowledge, this is the first time that we're hearing a lot of concern. So I can only move forward from here, and I will be in discussion with them about the purposeful nature that they have and how it's going to be executed next year, okay?
Alrighty, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. Yes.
Thank you both. Thank you, Kristen, and thank you, Mary Lou. Is there anybody else who has a comment? Otherwise, I think we can adjourn our meeting.
So I'll move to adjourn.
Okay. Rita?
Second,
All right. All in favor?
Farrell, aye.
Stein, aye.
Miss O'Neill, aye. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Night.
Good night, Eric.